Have you ever questioned yourself? What's real? Just like the movie Matrix. Or have you ever questioned yourself? What is the truth? The reason I'm bringing this topic up is because I post a video about the truth is based on a person's perspective and point of view. As the video explained that how we see a situation or an event, and it really based on which angle are you viewing that subject, and you will decide if this is the truth or the false, right? Oftentimes people miss that this might be just one angle of your perspective or your point of view, and another person might see it from a different angle or from a different perspective. So what is the truth? I get a lot of engagement, a lot of comments on that one, and some people are saying there's only one truth, or this is just an illusion trick. And people are also brought up there. Flat Earth is not true. So what is exactly is the truth? So let me tell you from my perspective, okay? Our perspective is built from how we perceive our reality. And how we perceive our reality is based on our past experience, our past knowledge and information, and also what we consume these days. When I say what we consume these days, meaning what kind of content we consume. If you watch a lot of news, then you most likely has more fear-based perception of the truth, right? Or you might be a quote-unquote a Trump hater, because that's how our traditional media outlet that perceived as the truth if you watch a lot of news. Or if you are, let's say, for example, I grew up with my grandparents, okay? And my grandparents, of course, there's a generational gap. Whatever they taught us at a young age, it's not false or not true or wrong or right. It's just how they grow up in their generation, right? And that's their perception as well. That's how they perceive as a reality. And so that's why they pass it down to the next generation and the next generation, which is our parents, and pass down to their children as well. So within our perspective, we have layers and layers of different perspective, and these build up together as the truth individually. As the reality, we also have different layers because we have an individual reality, and that is built on what I just mentioned, and we have a collected reality, collected conscious reality. That's how everyone project into the field. For example, different countries, different nation has a different culture. And within the different culture, there's different geographic, like different cities. Let's see, United States, different states, right? East Coast and West Coast and middle states are all different. They have different habits because due to the geographic, they have different things going on with their work, with their career, with their family as well. So that being said, just within the United States, there are different perspectives and different connected consciousness that project into the stream of reality, which means if you take somebody who's in the East Coast perspective or conscious, the reality of their consciousness, to the West Coast, and they might not agree with you. And that's all normal, right? And that's the reason why we have so much conflicts these days. And on top of that, like I mentioned, our news, our matrix programming is adding into that mix. So the truth is the media, the government, the elites are redirecting our consciousness to create, to generate the reality they want. That is the truth. That it's among everyone, among us. Just look around. The Middle East war right now, the Epstein file released, and so many things going on that we are experiencing right now. These are all try to redirect your attention. And when your attention and your focus is redirect in a certain direction, your individual consciousness, your individual perspective, your individual reality will change, correct? So if a group of people think that their point of view points to certain ways, then it will generate collected consciousness and project that as a reality. That's why we have a lot of conflict. The politics left and right is already trying to divide us, separate us. And the reason they're doing that is they want to separate our collective consciousness so that way we don't have a stronger collective consciousness to go against whatever they want us to believe. So therefore, we create a different group, different community, like nationality. We have black and white, we have Latinos, we have Asians, right? We have Middle Eastern people. This is also create some conflicts and divide our focus. And then on top of that, like I mentioned, the traditional news outlet will divide these little small groups into different small groups. And another layer is within those groups, within those community, there are also divisions. You see how our mind has a power to create our reality, but the elites, the matrix program, it's trying to divide our conscious. When we have the fearmonger, our consciousness is not here. And we are worried about our future, right? Our consciousness is in the future. Imagine the worst scenario, scarcity, right? Or financial system. We don't have enough. The gas price is going up. All these are fear-based, all uncertainties, and your conscious is not here right now. And when your conscious is not here, we are running in a subconscious autopilot and programmed. If you're not aware of this, then you're running your reality in autopilot. Just take that and then put it as a collective, a group of people, an East Coast of people, West Coast, or a community. And all these group of people are projecting the fear, the anxiety, the not enough into the collected reality. So this is the truth from my perspective. So if you're listening to or watching this episode here, then you most likely are tuned into this frequency, or your higher self wants to send you this message, and maybe for you to question more, because we need to question. Without question, again, we are running autopilot. We have to question everything. Okay? So I appreciate all your comments on that Instagram reel. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're on audio platform, please also follow it and write me a review and leave your comments and question everything. Until next time, please stay safe out there and always peace within.